Hello, everybody. You're on the mic. And on today's episode, we're going to go back to, of course, some of the voices profiles I've been doing. Some of these, like, mini voice profiles on comic book characters who have come to television, um, through cartoons. Today, of course, I've been going through the Marvel comic characters lately. Today, we're going to focus in on Thor. The Mighty Thor, Marvel Comics character, Mighty Thor. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, of course, like many of the Marvel comic characters, Thor made his animated debut in the 1966 Grant Way Lawrence animation production of the Marvel superheroes in the Thursday segments devoted to the Mighty Thor. Um, Thor, as well as his alter ego, Dr. Donald Blake, was voiced by Canadian voice actor and voice actor Chris Wiggins, who would, of course, later on go on to do some work on the Deke Entertainment dub of Sailor Moon, being credited as the narrator and Mr. Baxter. Um, so, so, so moving ahead then to the 1980s. Thor would make, of course, appearances in both the solo Spider-Man series of 1981 as well as Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. In the solo Spider-Man series, in the episode Wrath of the Submariner, his Donald Blake identity would make an appearance in which he was voiced by Jack Angel, a veteran voice actor of the time, known for his work, of course, on Super Friends as among other characters, The Flash, Samurai, and Hawkman, as well as a number of different characters over the years. In Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, in the episode Vengeance of Loki, Thor was voiced by Vic Perrin, who is, of course, also known for doing the voice of Sinestro from the Super Friends series. Then, as we move ahead to the 1990s, Thor would, of course, make a few appearances in some of the 90s, Marvel Studios, particularly in the well in the he would make an appear he would make a couple of appearances in part of the Marvel Action Hour in the Fantastic Four segments, voiced of course by John Rice Davies. He'd appear to battle the living in the Fantastic Four episodes to battle the living planet, helping the Fantastic Four take on Ego, the living planet, and then also in when calls Galactus, when he and Ghost Rider would come in to help the Fantastic Four fight Galactus. So I said he would be voiced by John Rice Davies, and then John Rice Davies would of course reprise his role as Thor in the Incredible Hulk episode Mortal Bounds, with in this case Mark L. Taylor, of course, known for voicing Firestorm on the Super Friends series, Super Friends, Firestorm, Ronald Raymond on Super Friends Legendary Superpower series, as well as Galactic Guardians, voicing Donald Blake in this episode, um, in which Bruce Banner goes to Detroit to visit Dr. Donald Blake to try to um, help him cure him of the Hulk. Um, he makes, of course, he makes a couple of non-speaking appearances in both the X-Men cartoon and the Avengers United Stand cartoons in the 90s as well. And then as we go into 2000s, the most notable work he did was, of course, on Cartoon Network's The Superhero Squad show, which he was voiced by Dave Boat, who I believe, from according to this, would reprise his role from, I guess these were video game, of Ultimate Avengers and Ultimate Avengers 2. And that's as far as we go here, on this, with this. So moving on a bit here now in terms of, so now that part of, now it's time to look, today being July the 23rd, it's time to look back on this day in Nietzsche history. Um, so what has in fact happened on this day in Nietzsche history, this July 23rd, 2020. So as we go back 15 years to 2005, on this date, during a brief tour of Gainesville, Ohio, in which a series of shows that weekend hosted Juggalo Championship Wrestling, hosting TNA wrestlers in a show pitting the two companies against each other. Terry Funk would defeat Monty Brown for the Juggalo Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. So on this date in 2005, 15 years ago, Terry Funk would defeat the alpha male Monty Brown for the Juggalo Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight title. And then moving ahead 10 years to about 5 years ago. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I need to make one more. Actually, going back 6 years ago today, moving ahead 19 years from previous spot. On this date in 2014, Archie Comics would release on the newsstands the 225th issue of Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest, to the 225th issue of that. This is as I believe, a bi-monthly. Originally, it started out as Betty and Veronica's Double Digest magazine, and at this point had become the Jumbo Comics Digest. It was the 225th issue that was released by Archie Comics on this date in 2014, 6 years ago today. Then moving ahead one more year, on this date in 2015, the a couple of interesting releases. The debut of the Chinese anime School Shock would debut on Chinese television, on this date in 2015, as well as the English language version of White Cat. So the free to action RPG game, um, Colopi Rune Story, the English version of White Cat Project, would also be would also make its debut on this date in 2015. So on this date in 2015, 5 years ago today, premiered the Chinese anime School Shock on Chinese television, and the free-to-play action RPG, Colopi Rune Story would also make its debut on this day in 2015. With all that being said, if you guys would like to contact me directly, my Discord link is in the links below. You can direct message me there, and we'll usually get back to you as soon as I can. Um, I'm also still promoting a bunch of different dub companies. Um, I'm still promoting a bunch of different dub companies. Um, as always, guys, remember that Funimation's not the only game in town. There's other dub companies you guys can check out, other animes you can check out that have been dubbed by some great, voice actors and actresses from other parts of the country as well as Canada. Um, Also, I'm still promoting, Vic's GoFundMe. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. Um, if it's on your heart to do so, and you have the means to do so, please consider donating. If you've already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, you can still help out the cause by sharing the link. Because sharing is caring. You never know. Maybe somebody in your circle of friends may, decide they want to help out too. Doesn't hurt to ask after all. And if you like this content, I please ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I always look forward to the conversation with you guys as long as it's something respectful. I and also don't forget this Friday is my next VA premiere in which I will be highlighting the career of Canadian-born LA-based voice actress Shahrazani. Hope to see you guys there. My next live stream will be this Sunday. I have a very special announcement on this Sunday, so I hope you guys will join me for that as well. So until tomorrow, though, bye.